drop it.
That should work. I'm hoping that works. Okay, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me okay? We're fixing this. Yes. Alright, we're good now. Perfect. Alright. Good, good, good. Alright, so. Good morning, John. How you doing? Brandon. Alright, let's do a roll call really quick. And get into it. So, we're going to start from the very, very top here. DC Fan, DePon, Orlando, what's up? We got Brian, Andre, Navin, Nicholas, Matt, Tricksta, Barry, Frank B, Richard Petty, Jactor, Derek Brown, Mo, Anthony, of course, Warren C, Will, Fizzy Fuzzy, I love that name, Jimmy Spencer, what's going on, brother? Eric Carmack, Chris B, NY Drew, Tuxedo Flux, Montrese, King Hit, Fat Mac, Mike D, Anthony, what's up? Junior, what's up? Pop Pops, Place, Pop Pops, okay. Tricksta, yeah, here we go. I think I got them all. Zeke, Plan B, Plan B. J Mac Houston, Cody Ocho, J Hawker, Defo P. Let's see, Tyler, what's up? Nicole, what's up? Faye Porter, Legendary, what's up? Benny Waters, Spatter, etc. Okay, so we're gonna do things a little differently here, right? Actually, let me just say this. What we're gonna do here is, I'm not gonna engage with you guys at all. I'm just gonna trade. You're gonna watch me trade. I just want to trade. I'll talk out loud. I will not engage in the chats here. So if you guys are just talking amongst yourselves or talking amongst yourselves, you are dead to me. No, I'm kidding. Okay? So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to trade. I'm just going to trade what my mind thinks, my logic. I'm going to speak out loud. You're going to hear me say things that are going to make you have question marks, right? And that's literally the whole point, right? This will be a thought-provoking session, and we're going to get right to it. Now, this could be exciting. It could be boring. We don't know, right? It's whatever the market's going to do. It's whatever the market's going to do, okay? So, first up, let me go ahead and set up my chart. All right, guys, let's get the show on the road here. I'm going to go ahead and set up my chart, make sure I can see everything, because... Oh, yeah. All right. First up, let's change this. Let's make the text bigger. To Genie, right? I want this large. Everybody want... Oh, depends. Depends who's everybody, but bigger's better, right? All right, so the thesis is bearish. We have a level here, and I'm looking at this. I have 3 contracts. Now, I could go ahead and scale up to 20 contracts. That's what I do. I like to scale into my position. I'm not going to go ahead and just, like, size in and put 20 big on this trade. That makes absolutely no sense. But we do have that level here. The thesis is bearish. I have nothing in my logic saying the thesis is bullish, okay? Now, a couple of things here, right? If I'm looking at this and we're going short side, right? If I want to get a better deal, if I want a deal, right? If I'm selling, right? Of course, I want it to cost me, if I'm going short, I want it to cost me more than what I'm selling for, right? So we buy at the top to sell at the bottom. That's what we're doing here, right? When we get into a bullish scenario, it'll be a better I guess, setup for me to explain my thought process, right? So all I'm going to do here is we do have that level there. We have 1, 2, 3. I got 3 wicks there, 3 attempts to go short. I am just going to go ahead and have 3 contracts go short. No, I did not do market order. I don't want to do market order because I do not want to chase a candle. So I do have a general expectation that we could come back down to this level. So I actually ended up buying it down here. And I'm just going to let this trade do what it has to do. Now, for me, this level, the gap between the levels, if I measure it out, is it worth my time? Typically, no. That's 16.5 points. Probably not really worth my time. I got the fill. Let's go ahead and zoom on in. Up $75. We're trending down. Everything is saying down, right? For those who are over at GabeTrades.com, you do have thigh gap, right? This is the new reimagined thigh gap, and it works hella well. So what we see is the trend is down. We're following the trend, and the trade is rewarding me for following the trend. And here we go, 405. There you go. I got a fill there. I'm done. That was a quick trade there. So now we have 1, 2. We got the wicks here. Came out on the other side. I'm not really interested in that, right? Because it's telling me, hey, yeah, we tried 1, 2, twice. This time really didn't get through there. And so I'm just going to hang out here. We really want to see what's going to happen. I'm not going to force a trade. There's really nothing for me to force. What I am eyeing is the money here. And if I go ahead and measure this, that money right there, 31 points. That's sweet, right? Okay, look at, we get the break. And then you can see an immediate reaction there, right? Respecting the wicks. This here is just not my thing. It's not the way I like to trade. Also, we traded within the 945 mark. So me making my $400, that was a blessing in and unto itself. But I'm trading the trend. I am not inventing trades, guys. I don't care to invent trades. The trade says down. I'm not going to play a bounce, right? You got some Mavericks out there who like to trade and play bounces for whatever reason, right? Which makes you by default, a contrarian, which, interesting enough, will condition you to always have an opposite bias. And this is where you're going to lose a lot of money. I try not to have an opposite bias. Again, we have this gap here that I'm interested in. And what I'm going to do is, again, I'm just going to put 3 contracts there. And I'm going to sell it up if it comes on down. Now, what I'm also looking at here is, okay, what's the DSR? That's 27 whole points. How many points do I have in this gap before my fill? Right, okay, we got a fill here. Up 135 points, 270, 255. All right, okay. This is interesting. Are we going to step this down? Now, I'm only in 3 contracts. I did suspect, like, hey, if we get a fill and it comes on up, this is something I like to do, right? If I got the fill and it sort of kind of like comes on up, right? Instead of getting freaked out and setting a stop there, I would probably add more because it's not a full allocation, right? But what we're seeing here is, again, I'm up another $500, $690, $795. I'm going to end it right there. That's more money than, I don't know, in mere minutes than most Americans are like used to making in a week, right? So for me, I don't care where it's gone. I care about what I did, okay? Because I have to make sure that I'm in control of the market at all times, okay? I need to know that I'm in control of the market. Now, when you go ahead and say, well, I wish I ran longer, right? You're subjecting yourself to losing control of your trade because you're sitting in the realm and domain of hopium and hope. Where, oh, man, I wish I would have held it, right? In this example, hey, I could have held it all the way down here. But this candle I do not control. My exit I do. That's why, guys, I always say it's not the entry that's important, it's your exit. Okay? And when you exit, you have to exit with conviction. Now, I knew this is where I was going to play, right? There was room here for me to make money. That's what I wanted to do. Now, when I look at all of this here, I see that the next gap down is here. Now, there's some levels here. I don't want any of that smoke. Guys, we came from 22,311. We're already down almost, what, 200 points? I'm chilling right now. I just made over $1,000. I'm chilling right now. You know, guys, if you have $1 million home, all it takes is $4,000 to pay that mortgage, right? And let's really think about that, right? That's someone with a $500,000 port who's shooting for 1% a day. He'll make his $5,000, pays his mortgage. Everything else, and through the remainder of the month, there are 21 days. I mean, as long as your mortgage is paid and maybe your fleet of cars and probably your baby mamas, your whores, and all that other such, right? It should not add up to any more than $30,000 a month, right? I'm not saying that that's what my monthly expenses are, but I know somebody. Anyways, getting back to the chart here. We're going to hang out and see what happens, right? We got that bounce off of here. These levels for the win. We have to trust that every line on the chart needs to be respected, okay? Every line on this chart needs to be respected. If you are not one to respect lines, you're not respecting averages. Those lines exist because there were 3 touch points or more. So there was a higher concentration of average prices in that area. Again, also, we have moving averages or exponential moving averages. Those are averages of points, which is suggesting that at that moment in time, this is an average price, also acting as a level of support and resistance. When we go ahead and we look at this band here, this band can obviously be used as resistance, right? Because this band is giving you an average in price action on the way down. Now, we have the other tools here, right? We got Trend Tracker coming on down, sweet. We have Gabe Trend saying red, sweet, right? I don't want to overextend my welcome at all. We're good. We're good. Now, some would go ahead and argue, okay, well, these are really big candles. I'll play the bounce off this level. And that's actually inferring something to happen that you do not know is happening. What I like to do is trade what is happening. So let's go ahead and see if we can find something that is happening that I can trade. Now, this is CL here. CL, what's happening? The trend is down. We have a trade design up, but we have to break Gabe trends to the upside. Interesting, right? Interesting. For me to play this, I would have to see the break of the break of Gabe trends here. And I mean, that gap is bullish. It's remaining over 0.00, right? 0.00 being neutral on our chart down here. It is bullish, because we are above, right? We're showing short-term bearish, courtesy of these pink histogram bars. I'm just going to go ahead and say no. Why? I have Gabe trends here, trend tracker down, and a level right here. We have too many averages suggesting that the trend is down. I will hold tight. I have enough evidence for me to say I'm not a contrarian. Now I'm going to go ahead and check out GC. You guys want to go ahead and trade for the excitement and trade for the thrill, go ahead and do that. You have to trade what is actually happening, right? This here, guys, this is a textbook Gabe trades, right? Trade design up, trend tracker, obviously bullish. We had the 2XL break over or break to the other side of Gabe trades here. That's green inside the channel, histogram bullish, everything's going up. Now, I believe there's supposed to be some audit of gold, and I think Elon was headed over there today to see if we really had gold. Well, I guess, yeah, I don't know. Everyone's reacting to this, but who's bullish on gold? If you are, congratulations. Dieselman, I'm not answering questions today. I'm sorry. I don't even understand your question, to be honest. What's the best price you recommend me buying? What do you mean? We have for 1348, we have our base monthly. Then we step up to Titan GT, which is an additional $99 a month, which is all inclusive with all of our indicators. All in, you're about $168 a month to trade. If you have a problem with $168, then obviously you did not bear witness to how easy and simple we've made these trades. And more importantly, even if you didn't make the trades and you were just hanging out in gold, you would have made a shit ton of money, right? Dieselman, if you want to join, just all in, brother. That's it, right? Check out trade1348.com. Now, what I want to do is get on over to ES because I know a lot of you trade ES. Let's see what's happening with ES, okay? Now, we have one, two, all right. So where would I start thinking of some bullishness? I would start thinking of some bullishness here, or maybe a slight contrarian with price action on the other side of that band, right? Now, let's see what's happening with NQ. Is NQ showing me the same thing? Almost. Okay, so I have an opportunity here to just sit and wait. I'm not going to rush this. I'm just going to go ahead, set my buy here. And then when we have that level there, we also have the 200 there. Okay, I'm just going to set my buy there. Now, in order for this to qualify as bullish, we need to be on the other side of this band anyways. There's no reason why we would jump here, right, and assume that we're bullish when we don't have a bullish trajectory, right? What we do see is that this channel is beginning to flatten out, and that is great. But guys, you need to trade what you see and not what you think. You need to trade the trend and not the candle. This is what I subscribe to. This is why I'm very, very successful as a trader, because I'm trading, let's see, Robotic Echo after the stream. Interesting. Let me try something. One second. We should improve this significantly. 1 second. Thank you for calling that out. See, I will pay attention to that. What you mean? My stream sounds like shit. Yeah, it's probably going to be not necessarily my gain. Okay, it's going to be alright, cool. And then I'm going to change, I know, okay, this really, really loud. 1 second. We're going to change this to, okay, better. Hey, the guy's better. I had to switch devices. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Okay, better. All right, here we go. We're back. It was fine. Much better. Okay, we're better. Okay. So, for here, nothing really going on. Let me go ahead and I'm just really, really curious. Let's go back to gold here. And gold just really, really took off. And zoom out. Do we have some levels here? There are some intermediate levels back here. I think gold's already ran an awful lot. So I won't chase that. Let's look at CL. Any indicators you guys would like me to look at? I will take a look while I wait for my NQ to fill. If there's any tickers you want me to look at, guys, go ahead and just let me know in the comments. Oh boy. Wow, NQ. All right, so this is cool. NQ just got cheaper for me, so I can bring this down a little more. They like that. So I'll be right above this level. So NQ got cheaper. I drag this down. It comes on up. Hey, we're rocking and rolling. We are rocking and rolling. And then we have the 200 here. Oh man, you have that level there. Oh, let's just wait and see. Opportunity to showcase thigh gap. Well, thigh gap here, right, is we're bearish. We're bearish here. Thigh gap is showing all that bearish momentum. When thigh gap changes from red to mint green or light pink to mint green, Why am I saying mint green? But it is mint green because it's not green. Thank you, hot potato. You can be going all pastelly now. But when we go mint green, that means, hey, momentum may be changing down here. Okay? So we're just going to hang out, see if that happens. That's all we're going to do. We can't force trades. And forcing trades is what gets a lot of traders into trouble, right? They really want to believe in something so bad, right? They want to believe this popped, right? They want to believe it's so bad, or they want to believe in this bounce so bad. And I'll tell you why that gets you into so much trouble. What? Well, oh, that coffee. Right. When we go ahead and we trade on a belief, and our belief is the thesis, right? Okay. How many times have you entered a trade based on a belief? It actually worked out because it actually worked out, right? But because you were so caught up in the belief and you were so validated, you were actually right. You're like, oh my God, I was right. I'm good, right? You go from green back to red. It sucks when you're trading purely on a belief, right? Because a belief is so fragile. A belief is very, very, very fragile. Just really think about like your whole entire life where you believed in something until, proved opposite, right? It's just so fragile. So you don't want the candles to take advantage of the fragile nature of your belief as a trader. You want to be able to trade facts, and you want to be able to trade the trend, and you want to be able to focus on that. Okay. I know a handful of you would go ahead and say, well, I think, or I know it's going to bounce or whatever, might have made money on the top of this wick, but didn't know where to close, and then they're red. Please, I know a lot of you do that. I know a lot of you do that. I want to see some hands in the comment section here, because we know a lot of you do that. It's happened, right? It's one of the tragedies of a trader, especially a trader that doesn't have a system, doesn't have a set of rules, and a trader that doesn't follow the trend. Okay. So yeah, this is where the guy gets hurt. He jumps in down here, makes his money. Oh my God. Yeah. Showtime. Now he's hurt right now. Then what he does, he flip flops. He goes ahead and chases this candle down. And then this candle ends up bouncing on a level. And then it's literally death by 1,000 cuts. Now, again, I'm just going to hold steady. I put my entry away from the candles for a reason, and the band has afforded me to go cheaper. Should I decide, or should the market decide it wants to come up and fill me the other way? Right? So the market's giving it to me cheaper over and over and over. Hey guys, look it. When we're buying a house, right? We don't want to overspend on a house. We want to get the cheapest price, right? But we don't want to get caught in market whipsaws. Okay. We don't want to get caught in market whipsaws. So what we do is we understand the average price is pretty much this band here. And that's more than enough. Honestly, right? This band here is giving us our average price. So if this comes back up and fills us, we got an average deal. We didn't get the greatest deal. Maybe the guy down here gets the greatest deal, right? If he was buying the cheapest. But where does he dispose? We don't know, right? Because this is a very, very aggressive candle. So saying, okay, well, I'm going to jump in down here because I know it's going to bounce. The minute he's right, he reacts to sell to secure the profit. Why? Because the general direction of the market is trending down, not up, right? So this move here is a short-term move designed to sort of kind of fluster you as a trader, right? It's really, really interesting how candles are such an instrument, so embedded in the retail trading segment of a day trader. And all it really is, guys, is just a bunch of noise, right? So Yeah, let's say I was one of those guys, right? I jump in, boom, sell, right? But the guy who's going to make the most money, the guy who's going to make the most money is the guy who's going to ride the trend for the most part, not the guy who's playing the candle, right? The guy who's riding the trend. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm guilty of playing level to level, but I have to because I have such a limited time here on YouTube to show you that the system actually works. But there are many times where I just enter a trade and just let it go. Like, I got to go live my life. I got things to do. I have other businesses I have to run. I don't have time to babysit. Okay. So, okay, Tano says 10 o'clock candle. It is 10:03. We're just chilling. I don't see anything here for me. I mean, if this thing's gonna like just keep dying, hey, good, right? That just means I'm going to take my buy order and bring it lower and lower, but I'm not gonna chase the candle. Just really not. Let's get on over to ES here. ES just dying. Same. Let's see here. Nothing there. Jeez. The gamer doing the right thing, making the right call. He is sitting on his hands, waiting for a trade design up. Okay. Now. All right. A lot of you would improve your trading significantly if you allowed yourself to be an alerts-driven trader where you set your alerts that we have here, Trade 1348, right? You can set it up for price action crossing GT or Excel crossing GT or price action crossing Excel. You have the alert, and with that alert, it gets you in front of the chart before the actionable moment. When you set the alert, you're prepared for the actionable moment. I want you to think about, like, the picture winding up, the catcher squaring himself up. The wind up, right? The staging is what prepares the catcher, right, to receive the pitch. But we go ahead and we set the alerts and we do it once per bar on an actionable moment, right? So an actionable moment would be price crossing Excel or price crossing Gave Trends, right? Or a trade design. We can go into our alerts here and see, right? So we got trade1348.com, and then we can use these alerts here, right? So we got buy gap GT. Geez, where is this? 1348 Legends. All right. So 1348 Legends, you got a band change alert that you can set. You got a 1348 cross that you can set. Okay. I don't see GT. All right. GT is based on any alert and function right there, right? Make sure this is what you see. And then when we go into our indicators here, we can toggle which alerts we want. Now, for me, new trade design is an alert. That's an actionable moment. You want it once per bar, right? Price crossing Excel, you want it once per bar. The GT 500 change, you want it all once per bar. Once per bar so that you can get in front of your charts before that candle close. And you can catch that actionable moment. That is it. Okay. When you sit up on the charts and you start looking at these candles, and you're like, okay, well, we're bounced off of here. This is an actionable moment. You're putting yourself. I don't know. It's highly inefficient. It's just highly inefficient. When we trade the trend, we become far more efficient, and that's how I intend on trading: is trading efficiently. It's no secret that ES is coming on down. Trend tracker is bearish, right? You see, we have that mint green right here. We have that mint green. Let's see if we have it on the view. Not quite yet. We don't. But what NQ's done is allow me to bring my entry price even lower. Right? So we see 1, 2, 3, 4 wicks in this zone here. Did we reach bottom? Okay, interesting. We'll see if we get the mint green here. This gives us a little more confidence. And then where do we take it to? Now, when we look at this, we got a level here, we got a level here. We have the 200 right here. We have the median here on the trend tracker. I don't know. It looks really, really congested. This would be a trade that, one, is obviously going against the trend if I get a fill up here. Two, a trade that I would have to trade defensively, which, guys, normally you don't see me set a stop on a chart, even though I have a stop in my art. And that stop is a visual stop, or it's something, it's a stop that I know won't destroy my port. But when I'm going to trade contrary into this, I have to set a stop because I'm trading defensively. When I'm trading with the trend, I'm a little more lax on my stop because I'm trading the trend. I have faith in the trend more so than the candle, right? So if I get a fill here, I will be setting up my stops. Again, a whole lot of nothing going on. This is a game of patience, right? I could go ahead and force a trade. Where would I force a trade? Anybody have a clue where I would force a trade? I'm asking. Everyone's like so quiet, like they give us permission to talk. Anybody know where there's opportunity to force a trade? Okay, so we have a couple of comments here. We have level to level or band change. Okay, retested the band. Orlando says never. Should I touch up to 38 cloud? I like Orlando's answers. Never. It's never, right? Let me show you something. Right. So the mechanics of 1348. The mechanics of 1348, although we traded on the on the 5 minute, if I were to force a trade, if I absolutely were to force a trade, meaning I am just a degen, I insist on forcing a trade, I insist on doing something, right? We do it on the 1 minute. That's it. We do it on the 1 minute. Now, we are not supposed to trade the 1 minute, right? If you insist on it, well then, here you go. You had an actionable moment here, right? You can see how we don't have an actionable moment here. The trend is down. So what will we wait for? What will we wait for? Either trade design up or trade design down? But that's what we're waiting for. If you insist on a trade happening, just go to the 1 minute and wait for a trade design. Do not sit on the 5 minute and think like, oh, I'm just going to force a trade here, right? Now, with my order sitting here, it's sitting here based on the logic that it has to break the band here. We got our nice mint green right there, right? Now, I don't want you guys to say like, oh yeah, I could go ahead and live on the 1 minute. That's obviously dangerous as well. Okay. I'm just saying, if you're going to go ahead and chase candles because you absolutely need something to happen, you can go to the 1 minute and find opportunity there. And interesting enough, the 1 minute's giving us a bunch of gray candle prints. Right? A lot of great candle prints. So even the 1 minute is saying, hey,
we're doing nothing. That's what I say right now. We're doing nothing. And you can see how that translates on the 5-minute. There's still a whole lot of nothing, right? So if you're going to go ahead and fuck around and play around inside of like these levels or inside of a candle, you're probably better off just taking the system and utilizing those same exact rules on the 1-minute time frame. Okay, now we got a fill potentially. There we go. We got the fill. I was just waiting for it to come on up, right? We are up 120, 135. Again, I have to trade defensively, but I need at least 34 points. I need 34 points, right? Because that's what my DSR stop loss is suggesting, right? I was like, I need those 34 points. We're going to see. We got the fill there. We're green here. Let's get some room. Let the trade get some room to develop here, right? Nice. So we're not going to go ahead and stress this trade now. It failed me. I have some confidence here. I do have this level here, right? This is a little too premature for me to go ahead and say, okay, well, I'm going to get out of the trade. A little too premature for me. Even though 300 bucks, right? I'm looking at the bottom of this band. Is it going to hold? Right? And because there's only 3 contracts, I can average in based on the gap here, giving me some confidence, right? So this is the beauty of not having a full allocation. We're zoom in, guys, right? The beauty of not having a full allocation is I could absorb some of this move. And then if I'm going bullish, then adding to the position means I can over time make my average cheaper. It makes it cheaper, right? Now, I'm not dollar cost averaging. I'm scaling into my trade and trying to average into the best price. I'm not saying, okay, well, my allocation is 20 contracts. I'm going to double down another 20 contracts. I have not exhausted my 20 contracts yet. Far from it. I'm like a 10th of it, maybe a 12th of the way in with my contract. I could go ahead and just buy another one, right? So now I'm 6 contracts in, and I'm just going to go ahead and say, all right, I'm going to sell, let me go ahead and sell 6 contracts up here, just on the other side of that band, right? So I'm going to sell the 6 right there. And I'm just going to leave this alone. Now, of course, that's gut wrenching, right? Oh my God, Gabe, that's 1,400 bucks. It's 1,300 bucks. That's what you made in the day so far. Now you're negative on the day. No, I'm not. See, I'm not trading for the trade and the money. I'm trading to end the day green. Now, the fact that I'm only in 6 contracts, and I'm red with 6 contracts, it doesn't faze me at all. Because I have what's called dry powder. That is my secret weapon. My dry powder is my secret weapon. That's always going to get me out of a pinch, right? And that's why we trade small. We trade small to win big. Okay? So, oh God, Gabe, you're down $3,000 because I am. But my day is not lost. My day is not lost. I can very easily go ahead and say, okay, I'm going to average in again right here. But the 6 contracts, I could go ahead and say, all right, I'm going to average in 3 contracts here, right? Okay, so what I've also done is made my exit sooner. Now I still have to be able to digest this move down, and obviously I have my own personal ripcord of where I'm going to get out of this trade. But let me go ahead and modify this from 6 to 9, and we're going to leave this alone. I'm just going to go ahead and leave this alone. And this trade is going to end up green. 100% going to end up green, and I'm not worried about it. Now, 3,700 bucks, right? That sounds like a lot of money. It looks like a lot of money, but what if that was 20 contracts off the rip. So if that was 20 contracts off the rip, that might have been 25,000 dollars. That's what it would have been. So, unless I see like, holy crap, right? I'm down $25,000. The pond, exactly. It's why you don't trade against the trend. It is absolutely right. Right. But I know my risk trading this. That's why we trade small. But I'm gonna end up green. Because I just am. So let's go ahead and wait. And if you guys want to watch this, right? I'm not gonna watch it, but if you guys want to watch it and just have some drama and anxiety in your life, we can. My max loss, had I go 20 contracts in there, would be 25K. Right? If I just full allocated based on my risk profile. Okay. So by virtue of scaling in, you guys sit there and you marvel and you say, well, Gabe, you have nerves of steel. It's like, not really. I just know my math. I know, like, mathematically, the most I can tolerate is a $25,000 loss. And if that trade has not lost me $25,000, I'm still in the thick of it, right? And I'm still trading small. So does that make sense? Does that make sense, right? Because this is scalable. Don't think like, oh, just because it's got $25,000, you could do that. It's scalable. It's scalable on your port. You're doing this with, you're doing it with micros, right? You're doing it with MNQ versus MES, or you're doing it with MES versus MNQ, right? And so that's how we're doing. Right. Brute Force Gaming. Yeah, anybody trading evals, I'm not here to support your eval ambitions, because that's not trading. Like, anybody's coming here thinking like, I'm gonna really, really teach you how to pass an eval. No, that's not trading. That's dumb. It's so fucking dumb. Evals can't do what I do, right? Apex does not let you dollar cost average. It doesn't. Let's see here. Go ahead. Get that in there, and then I'm going to modify, and this goes to 12. Cool. That's modified. Great. And I'm good. I'm chilling. I am 100% chilling. We had a nice little bounce from the level. It comes back up to the band. So this is what I have. Right? This is what I have. I know at some point in the day, right, we have to revisit the band here. So I scaled on some more right there. We have to revisit the top of this band. And because I got a better average price down here, and we have to revisit the other side of this band, when it does come up, I can take profit right where the candle was before. And it will be a meaningful gain. It'll be about 3,000 to the upside. And that's pretty much it. I'm chilling. There's nothing for me to do. There's nothing for me to do. There we go. You guys, you see it? We got it on Zoom. It's zoomed in. You guys can see, right? We got some butt clenching going on, right? I know the audience is like, I would never do this. Right? And it's like, no, we're gonna do this. We're chilling. We're chilling. Right? For me to be down 3,500 to know that I could make $12,000 immediately in the very next trade is nothing to me. This is why we trade small to win big, right? Because when we trade small, right? It is the beauty of trading small as well, guys. When you trade small and you finally accept that you're wrong, the loss is not traumatic. Right? And that is the beauty of trading small. Trading small buys you time to be right. That's all it does. Like, I'm about to be right about now. Let's go. Oh, okay. You see how it's fucking with me right now. You see that? It's messing with me right now. But still, now I'm only wrong $1,700. I'm chilling. Let's go ahead and see this thing through. We're chilling here. Wants to mess with me. That's what it wants to do. Look at that oscillation. It's literally fighting in between those two levels there, right? Oh my God. The whole New York Stock Exchange is watching me. No, I hope not. I hope not. So all we've done is trade small. We're hanging out. We're not realizing any type of stop per se, right? I don't have a stop there. I have a mental limit of what I can tolerate versus my math. And I'm just watching and I'm letting it go. This is gonna be fun. I got some indications that we're bullish once again. So we're just chilling. That's it. 25, okay, 22. And this is another reason why alert-based trading would be an advantage to a lot of you who have yet to develop the emotional fortitude to, let's say, hold on to a trade, right? Because if it's alerts driven, you'll avoid the high risk maneuver I just played. Right, Daniel Mitch, is that thigh gap at the bottom? Yes, it's thigh gap reimagined, buddy. That's what it is. It's thigh gap in the bottom. Frank B, more like testicular fortitude. Okay, let me put this in perspective, right? How many of you guys have 401ks? Right? How many of you guys have 401ks? How many of you guys have like a workplace contribution? How many of you guys have like a savings? And hey, Eric says me, right? Okay. So, yeah, for those who have like a great deal of money locked in their 401k, right? Maybe you did your 20, 30 years of service, right? Maybe you got $250,000 in there, right? That thing's moving 10,000, 10,000, 13,000, whatever, right? It's oscillating weekly, up and down, 10,000, 13,000, right? At the end of the year, you got an annualized return of what, 13%? So you got to think about it, right? To annualize the 13% on let's say a $200,000 account, you would also have to, if you're thinking about a one-to-one, you also would have to be down $26,000 at one point, right? And so, like, this trade is saying, Gabe, yeah, it's 10,000. Remember, you have $23,000 of max pain. So for me, I would have to say, all right, I'm going to Keep holding. That's it. Okay. What's going to happen here? I'm looking at the market as it's giving it to me cheaper, right? And where would I average in more? Right, 11,000. What's the next step here? Yeah, that's about another 100-point drop right there. But no, nope. I'm going to hold. Right. So based on what I just shared with you, right? Because you're not watching your 401k, you're not calling the guys up like, hey, what's happening to my port? Like, move money here, move money there, right? It's just like, you know that the game's over time and you're just going to keep contributing, right? So Andrew Mullins got stopped out. Cool, right? You got stopped out. So you realize the loss, Andrew. But was that a loss you could tolerate? Was that a loss you could tolerate? Anyways, going back to that, you have the oscillations that are going on in your account that you're not witnessing. So therefore, you're not taking action against it, right? And sometimes, and just like that, in the market, if we know what our max pain is, and we know that we've traded small enough, and we know that we have the port size to get ourselves, out of harm's way. If we know those things, right? Trading small is so critical in that. You can go ahead and just ignore the whole damn thing, right? You got stopped out at $1,500. Interesting. Is that something you could afford losing, Andrew? There is not, then okay. So Andrew, you're telling me you have $150,000 port. Andrew, is that what you're telling me? I want to know. Andrew, you got $150,000 port? Oh, awfully quiet. Come on. Let's get to talking here. There's 1%. Okay, so there's 150K. You got a $250,000 port. Is that what you're saying? So it's half of 1%. So then you're good. Right? That's realistic, guys. If he has a $250,000 port, but only lost 1,500, that is freaking great. That is awesome. That is awesome. That is risk management. If you've got a $10,000 port, you should not be losing 1,500. Right? And unfortunately, when they're doing prop firms, they're almost encouraged to do exactly that, right? Which is, you're like, well, I got to YOLO into this and make my money here and blah, 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 blah. All right, so split into accounts. He's forgiven. That's less than 1%. He's fine, right? I want you guys to always trade within the realm of your emotional tolerance and within the realm of mathematics, which is 1%, right? And you're good. You're 100% good. At most 2%. And you're 100% good. Okay? So, Andrew, good stuff there. I like that. That was a 1% stop. Right, showing. Again, a whole lot of nothing going on. I could afford to get this cheaper though. I like it. I still have a full allocated, guys. Like, I like it. And for those who are like interested, my port's about 700,000. So that's where we're at. Let's see. Let's go ahead and buy some more. Nice. And here we go. I'm gonna modify, and we're gonna go 15. Now, how many of you do top step challenges and you're buying 15 NQs? Stop here. Can you keep the live going to show us the trade? Well, I'll keep it going. There's really nothing for me to do, right? I could also show you the trade on my trade solid. You could see my entry points, and I could take a screenshot of that too. But yeah, we're just chilling. So let's see what time it is. It's 10:30. Okay. Still early. It is still early, guys. Do you plan to keep the full account size the whole competition until you hit your annual goal? Well, I have to, in order for me to compound it. Remember, the goal was to make 50 million this year. In order for me to compound it, I need to keep the monies in there and compound those monies. So, yeah. Oh. Let's see. Let's go ahead. I'm just gonna mind my business here. Let's go. And anybody looking at anything, anybody playing anything, but more importantly, aside from me going contrarian, right? Um, the system, when we trade the trend, that was your best bet. Who can see that the best trade was with the trend, despite all things? Who can see that? Hey, choose to wait for trade design. But who can see that the best trade was with the trend? So Eric Climac is, yep, 2.5%. That is the best trade. So this is what happens, right? Let me explain to you what I did. Now, I took the trade. I took the trade as a contrarian, right? But now what I'm subjected to is delayed gratification. That's it. That's all I subjected myself to. Is delayed gratification. Right? And so sometimes when we go ahead and we think, okay, well, we can take the trade. Now, I'm very, very confident on my thesis, but in that moment in time, that thesis is not valid. So my gratification is delayed. Now what happened? Well, instead of deploying my money to make immediate money, which was with the trend, my money is now pretty much called for, right? And it's sitting there and it's doing its thing, waiting for its moment in time to be drained. Okay. So for me, that's delayed onset gratification. Whereas with the trend, we make our money, we get in and we get out. Does that make sense, guys? So if you had to decide on whether you want to, right, you want to go ahead and say, okay, well, I'm going to jump in now because I can make the most money on the way up. Just know that your gratification is going to be delayed. It really is. And then it might be painful because that hurts. It might be painful. It just might be, right? So now I'm subjected to what would your take profit level on a trade? At least right now, my take profit is going to be something that's meaningful to me, which is going to be okay. So my portfolio size 700K. I need about 5K to make my 7% today. Yeah, considering my previous trades, so 5 or 6K. So for me, that's probably where my target's going to be. So I can get my 1% and then be done. Be done, right? So yeah, that's how that's happening. Right, chilling. So this is what my trade looks like now. Down 6,200 bucks. We have that band there. I could surely average down to get the 15 contracts, get it closer to this band, right? But yeah, I am down 7,500 bucks. Oof, sounds like a lot. Not really, right? That's my 1%. I am down less than 1%, right? Because 700 port made about what 1,000, well, whatever that was previously. I'm not quite down 1% just yet. My day hasn't gotten out of control. This is so important, guys. This is the reason why we do the 1% is so that your day doesn't get out of control. I know a couple of guys who do longevity with me and they trade and their day goes out of control. And then there's a domino effect and a residual effect, right? On the very next day and on the very next day. And so as I'm looking at this, I'm not down very much, right? Because my goal is a green day. I'm always looking at the broader picture here. I am chilling. We'll make some money. We'll see if we can, like this is beautiful for me. Like I'm just chilling. This is beautiful for me. We get that breakup. I ain't got nothing to worry about. There's nothing for me to worry about. Nothing for me to worry about. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Someone sent me a text message and I'm reading that. Yeah, if I wasn't live streaming, I'd be doing something else. Right? I could also use this is what I'm gonna do. I could do this. This is over there. Great. This is great. This is great, actually. Right there. All right. Here we go. I could use ES to sort of kind of like offset what's happening on NQ just by a little bit, right? We have a thigh gap showing green. We have a green here. Again, still contrarian. Let's see there. 225. If I take $1,000 from this is cool. Makes my other trade $1,000 cheaper, right? If I can do that. So we'll wait to see if that's something that could be done. We have a previous candle that showed, hey, like, yeah, you wanna come up here. That's where it's been before. We're like, hey, okay. I like that trade. That trade's gonna make my NQ trade cheaper. Right? So we're just gonna hang out here. This is set. Like I'm not worried about this either. This is ES. ES is not my bread and butter. I'm sort of kind of like using it to like sort of kind of like offset a little bit, right? Like great, I'm up, I'm green. Come on, ES. This is an annoying part of ES for me, right? It's a different cadence. I hate that it's a different cadence, right? It's got a start-stop rhythm. It just is just annoying to me. But it's hella safe, especially if you're getting started in trading. If you're getting started in trading, you should start with ES or MES, right? That way you can maintain your soul because NQ will destroy your soul if you're not ready. So here we go. Yeah, 337. I'm not expecting a lot from ES, but hey, I'll take what it's given me. we'll leave that there. Let's get back. I mean, that's green. There's really nothing for me to do there. I have my limit there. Basically, my trade has a plan. So there's nothing for me to do there because my trade has a plan. I was up almost 450. Cool. 450. There you go. Hey, whatever. You're going to make the other side of NQ cheaper for me. I fucking love it. This is great, right? Let's head on over to NQ and see what's happening. So, yeah. So ES, if ES is up 400, then, this is cheaper for me, right? That's how I'm looking at it, right? So let's see, 4,000. All right, let's get back on over to ES. So we'll see what happens with ES. 20S. All right, cool. I think I got the fill here. I got the fill there, right? That was great. Sweet. I got the fill right there. So it made my NQ trade cheaper. What I can also do is say, hey, like whatever, I'm just gonna go ahead and have a buy here and I'm just gonna sell here. Right? If it happens, it happens, right? The market looks like is in an uptrend. I'm chilling. This is where we get to make money. I like making money. Here we go. Come on, NQ, do your thing, baby. You can do your thing. Only down $3,000, right? This is fun. We have not lost today. I will not take a loss, and even if I close my position at $3,900, that's 0.5, right? ES made me some money, so that offsets. Actually, let me tell you how much I'm up. Let me see how much I realized. Let me go into my port here. See how much I've realized. And we're going to see here. We've realized total. Let's see. We have realized $2,200. Right? I've realized $2,200. That's what my stats are. I'll post this. You guys want it in the Discord so you can see it. But I mean, I'm up $2,200. So this trade here down $4,500 is a third of my 1%. I have no mathematical disadvantage right now because it's less than a third to a fifth or a third to a half of my total 1% on the day of what I'm going for, right? Now, once we hit like 8,000, etc., things get a little tricky, which it looks like it's doing right now, right? That this would be my 1%. Mathematically, it is substantial for me. Mathematically, it's substantial. So what I can do here, well, what do you think I'm going to do? We're going to go back and see if there's some opportunity on ES based on the trend being there, right? And there is no opportunity in ES. Cool. Nothing for me to do. So now I'm sort of kind of like, I don't want to be stuck in the trade. No, we're not going to buy more. I'm not going to buy more. I'm chilling right now. Right? I'm not going to buy more. The trend is still down. You guys, take a look here. It's still down. 1348 for the win. You guys trade the trend. There's no way to fuck it up. Right? You end up like me today, making trading exciting and all by being contrarian. That's one way to make trading exciting, right? Is by being a contrarian. So, yeah. Everything is trading on down. Yeah, wait. 1, 2, wait, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 right here. My God, that's a super level. This is super level. Holy crap. That's 5. I'm going to clear this here. That's 5. So, We're cutting up because we are. Let's see how cheap can I get it. I'm really thinking about how cheap I can get this. You'll buy low so high. Watch it. It's all right here. That, of course, is a level. Oh. Consolidation. There's consolidation here. So, yeah, let's go. All right. Do not do what I do here. Now, for those who are in game trades, for those who are in game trades, I'm gonna explain to you what I see here. It's rather advanced, guys. I'm not sharing that here. You guys are just too young in this game. But yeah. Right. So I obviously made the right call with this. I mean, I oversized into this one for a reason. And I'm going to give myself a very, very, very short distance here. If I could scalp my 1,000, I'm going to scalp the 1,000. That's what we're going to do. Come on, one more time. Jesus. We're going to scalp it. I'll get this up here. All right. This 18. So I got to do. All right. I'll take that 1,000. We're done there. Cool. All right. Again, I'm making my other trades cheaper. That's all I'm doing. Now I have to go back to NQ and see where I'm at. Okay. I'm not looking really, really good at NQ as it stands right now with the unrealized loss and my gains right now. I am down a total of 1%. So I used ES to offset me a little more, essentially to buy me more time. That's all that is, right? That's what I did with the S's. I used the S to buy me more time so that I could be right and sort of kind of offset my 1% loss. Now, I do intend on holding on to this trade. I actually also do intend on adding more to the trade. But this is where I start trading my style. It is not safe. It is not fun. It's not for the weak at heart. It's just... That's why I never get to watch it. But anyways, we're going to go back. We got to check on ES. I'm A-okay. Life is good. Life is good here. A-okay. So we're going to go back to this here really quickly. All right. But see, you can see how this is pinned in the range there. It's pinned in that range. And it really wants to go. It just does. But you got this median trend line. Like see this here, guys? This is also a trend line. You see it's acting like no, it doesn't want it. So what we have a level here. We have a level here. This is also a level. But if we can manage to break this level, this is free game. I love where this is, where this would be, because it would force Trend Tracker back to the upside. It would also change the momentum of everything. You know what? We're gonna do it again. There you go. Nice. Here we go. Come on. All right. Right. Gonna do it again. All right. Cool. We're making money. That's 450. Let's zoom in on this. 675, 900. I'm going in. All right, there you go. It's done. I took that. That was another $1,000. We get above here. Now I'm like, okay, I was busy here making money again, offsetting what's happening on NQ. I could go back to NQ and see I'm only down 5K. But what is that really for me? Well, if I go back to my reports, again, guys, I'm trying to win the day. Let's see here. Oh, man. Let's see where we're at. Let's get this report. All right. So I'm up. I'm up $4,192. I am down. I am down on this trade. I am down on this trade $1,500. I'm still up 2-1 versus my profit, realized profit, and my unrealized loss right now. Guys, I don't know if you understand what I've been doing the whole morning, but I've just been playing math. That's all I've been doing. I've been looking for like balance to keep the day attainable, to keep a green day attainable. I'm only down $1,200 now. This thing goes, it goes. I'm going to be well over 1% compounded on the day. Well over. Oh, it's happening, baby. Come on. Who's entertained here? Well, who isn't? Show me some hands here, man. They don't do it like this over at Top Step. They don't do it like this. Like, they don't, right? Freaking, Patrick Whalen doesn't do it like this, right? Everything is about like money, right? Like, oh, I'm trying to make the most money. It's like, no, where's your math? I want to know your math. Give me your math. Show me how you're hedging your math. Show me how you're putting yourself, okay? You're in a play. You're committed to a play, right? Go ahead and find other plays that are going to make you your money, offset your losses. Guys, look, as it stands right now, I'm only down $300. If I close my position right now, would you call that a successful day? Would you call that a successful day, considering that I already realized over $4,000? If I close it right now, is that a successful day? Yes. The cider says no. Dude, I really want some of that shit you have in your dental office, brother. I so want some of that. That'd be all fucked up, man. I want it. I want it. I need it in my life. Okay. So, here we go. We're looking at this, and I'm still not an entire allocation into this trade. Still not, right? We need to break. We need a break above this. It's struggling. It's really struggling. It's like, but all I need is $3,000 on this trade, right? That's all I need is $3,000 on this trade, and I'm up $7K, which is my 1%. Up 1,000. There's a third of the way there. We were a third of the way there. It is really fighting against us, Lord. Okay, all right, here we go. Let's go. 2,000. All right, guys, let's go. It's happening. It's happening. There you go. It's happening. Come on. Now we're chilling here. Now again, this is delayed gratification. This is that delayed gratification I'm talking about. This is that delayed gratification that you experienced where you waited your whole life for this, right? You made a whole life for this. It's that moment. And you know what you do? You close your position. Why? Because you have already been just dragged through the mud, right? Your emotions just absolutely flustered, destroyed. It's like, oh my God. Right? You probably sell it. You lose. And you're like, dude, why'd I do that? And it was because you mentally exhausted yourself by putting yourself in a delayed gratification situation. How many times? Yeah, you're down, and then the first sight of grain, you sell that shit. The first sight of grain, you sell it. Man, I don't know. I think I lived up to the title of this video, right? Masterclass. This is a day trading masterclass. I hope you guys all agree. We live up to this hype because I do this on a daily basis. On a daily basis. And yeah. Then the market's just like, yeah, Gabe, you should have took your grain. The market's trying to mess with me. Market's trying to make me doubt myself. That's what the market's doing, right? And the market's like, yeah, you're down 2,400 now, right? So yeah, I'm down, but I'm green on the day, right? So I'm not going to let the market mess with me. Why? Because I'm trusting my band here. I'm trusting my indicators. I'm not going to let these candles mess with me. I know that we were going to see some friction here, right? With 2XL. This is the second iteration of Titan Excel. 2XL right there. I knew we're going to see some friction there. What I can do is maybe add my last 5, right? I can't do that because I certainly can. I can certainly add my last 5. So is it necessary? I mean, a backup $1,600. Zooming in, right? $1,600, $1,500. We get to 7,000, I get my 1%. My day's done. That was my plan. I need $3,000 to get that mark. But that's what it's supposed to. The market is messing with it. Look at. Market messes with you because it can. It's just facts, right? You know, if you got a lot invested, it's kind of like even a relationship, right? When you have a lot invested in a relationship, it's harder to let it go, right? You're also blind. You're also blind to the truths because you've invested yourself so much into it. Trading's life, guys. You're well invested. You bought the house, you got the marriage, you got the kids, etc. Now everything's just going to the shitters. And you're like, oh my God, I can't do this, right? And you end up married. You're staying, hey, I'm married. I gotta stay in this. I got this to win. I gotta do it to win. And like, nah, man, that's just toxic. Don't put yourself in toxic situations as trading, right? When you're going against the trend, you're potentially putting yourself in a toxic situation. Delayed gratification. It's not fun. Never is, right? You're forced to be married to a trade that you don't want to be married to. Does that make sense? We got a bunch of adults here. That's gotta make sense. A lot of you are low-key hating your spouse. A lot of you low-key are hating your life. That's human. If you do not question your existence right now, then you're a complacent son of a bitch. Well, to be honest. Because every day I question my existence of what I am and what I can do better, right? Is this all I'm meant to do? Trade and make money. And like, I really had to question that, right? Could I be as good a teacher as I am a trader? Could I be as impactful on other people's lives as I am on myself, right? Again, if you're not questioning your life and you're not trying to like level up and like looking at it for what it is, yeah, maybe you do have it all life. I know for me, I'm really looking for like the next step, the next level, how to take it to the next level, right? And that's why we have the evolution of 1348. We kept on pushing it, week after week, month after month. I'm up $3,200, $3,300, right? My thesis. I am now 100%, at least in my mind, safe. Okay? I am safe, guys. I went from a pretty severe drawdown, used ES to offset it. I was then profitable, didn't have to realize the loss. We're looking at $4,200 right now, $5,000 right now. We could very well get $6,000 or $7,000 out of this trade alone. And that gets me over my 1%. And then we just call it a day. Right at 5,000. Nice. Like, I'm not going to move anything. I'm not going to take profit. This is my trading plan. I'm just going to stick to it. I'm going to stick to my trading plan, right? I'm going to hold myself accountable and say, that was my trading plan. I'm going to stick to it. Let it happen. Do you trade on news days? News has no impact. I don't read news. I don't care about news. News does nothing for me. Let the news move the market. I'm just reacting to it. H. Houston's like, I'm on my tiptoes, Gabe. Take it now. Why? Why? I gotta trade my plan, right? I ain't trying to be no simp. Oh yeah, I might take it. I might. Two things have to happen for me though. Right? I would need a breakdown below Excel right here. Right? And I would need the band to start flattening out, meaning it's not, you see how like the band is nice and thick, nice and thick, right? And forming. When this starts deforming and that band starts going flat and we get failure here of Excel, maybe then that's where I go ahead. You see, it didn't happen. The band is now looking like it wants to cross Excel. There we go. We got the momentum we need, right? And so this is going to be that game of patience. Is it going to hit, right? Is it going to hit my sell limit, my take profit, right? Or am I going to get that failure right here? I'm walking a very, very, very thin line right now. Walking a very thin line, and see, that thing is just messing with me. It is just messing with me. All right, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to take this profit right here. That's 1,500. Cool. And then, right, so now, guys, right, now I'm up. How much am I up? How much am I up? Let's see. I am up. We go to my reports because I secured that. All right. I'm up $6,000, so I just need 1,000 more. All right, guys, check out all the beautiful, delicious links down in the description. Gee, yeah, you asked a question, right? So 6,000 right now. It's got me 83% of profitable trades. It was like whatever. But what I did do is I secured it, went back in. Now I'm at 7,600, right? 7,300. I'm over 1% on a day. That's great. I'm going to go ahead and say, all right, this is where this thing has been. This is where it wants to go. That's 1,600, 1,800. I see 2,000. I'll just get out and then I'll have an $8,000 day. Well, I'm going to sell right there. All I have to do is just come on up and fill me. Well, I could go ahead and just secure that, but yeah, it's closer to filling me than it is to wiping me out. So yeah, baby, let's go. All I need is $2,000, baby. Come on, you just gotta fill me. That's all you gotta do. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh man, we're making trading great again, man. We're having fun here. Who's not having fun? We're having fun. Let's have fun. $1,800. There you go. Come on. Nice. No, see, being a dipshit. Freaking Mike is being a dipshit. There you go. Come on. Oh my god, ladies, now I know exactly how you feel when you're about to come. I don't know why you said that. I just said that, but Jesus, you're like, God. All right, look it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. 18. There you go. 2,100. It was 2,100. Why didn't you? Okay, come on. What gives here? Just go. Fill me. Oh, good God. There we go. There we go. Come on. Come on. Right there. Right there. Like, oh my God. See, Jesus Christ. Ah, good God. All right. Ah, all right. Ah, jeez. That was fun. All right, guys. Let me go ahead and post this in the Discord. I'll post it under Gabe Trades. Let's see here. Or Gabe's Corner. All right. So let's open that up. Let's see. Get into the Discord. Yeah. Here we go, guys. Right there. Let's see if we can. Yeah. All right. That's where we're at. I don't know if I can zoom in more. There you go. Ah, it just keeps adjusting. Either way, you guys can see it. Up $8,800. 84% profitable trades. Longest trade time 52 minutes, and average trade time 18 minutes. So, guys, if you're looking at your trade stats and you're like, my average trade, my whole time is 5 minutes. Yeah. If your average hold time is 5 minutes, then that tells me that you might be trading candles, right? And so I opened up a second group to the Magnificent Five. We got a few spots left still. If you guys want in, it's only $1,500 for the year. We go over this kind of stuff. Now, Gabe Trades, I will be going ahead and following up with you guys this evening, showing you what I saw. Right. Off screen, I'll show you guys what I saw and why I took the trade. But yeah, not a bad day. I mean, that's not a bad haul, right? It was started at 9:45, ended at 11:15. Who makes almost $9,000 in an hour and 45 minutes? Like, what job pays that kind of money? There you go. $8,800. We did this live. We have fun. We have fun on the stream. You got some hands up. You guys who have fun on the stream? Because I'm about to bid my farewell. Actually, I got some one-on-ones I got to do. Holy crap. Let's see. Who do I have? Philip! Philip, you there? Philip, are you in the chat? Philip, I'll join you. Give me about 15 minutes. And I'll join you. And then, wait, today's? No. What's today? Tuesday? Wait. Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah. So, tomorrow. Oh, today. Matt, are you here? Yeah, it's Matt. There you go. All right, I was looking at the wrong day. All right, Matt, I'll see you in about 15 minutes. Cool? All right, brother. Well, that was fun. All right. So make sure you guys tell your friends about me. All right? Everyone's trying to doubt me. Just tell your friends about me. I can change your life. Trust me. Just listen. Listen, Linda, listen. Peace out, guys.